Coming up on Mountain News this morning, more grant funding is heading towards the Commonwealth to support victims of crime. And the handler of Mystic Dan can't let the memory fade away, literally.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Madison Carmouche. We are coming up on 5 a.m. on May 10th, and it's Friday. So let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
And most certainly it is Friday. TGIF, Madison, and to you as well. Temperature-wise in the mid-50s as we look outside our door here at WYMT. And temperatures across the Commonwealth this morning ranging basically between 55 and 61. Doing the superfecta, 61, Jackson, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Clintwood, well, make it +1. Logan at 61 too. Got some clouds sinking in from the north and west as expected. An upper level feature will be dropping through the Commonwealth as we go through your Friday. That means scattered showers and perhaps a thunder shower. Otherwise, it's partly sunny and cooler than yesterday. Highs only in the mid-60s in Hazard. All right, the weekend forecast, we'll kind of call it like a 60-40, but which way are we leaning? All the details with the First Alert 7-day forecast coming up in a few moments. Madison?
Tim, thank you. Governor Andy Beshear announced a grant funding to 15 organizations across the Commonwealth. $750,000 was awarded to help support victims of crime. The funding comes from the State Fiscal Recovery Fund of the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Beshear says this marks a crucial step in supporting those impacted.
Every crime victim deserves justice, but also the chance to rebuild their life after experiencing an unimaginable trauma.
Among the recipients is LKLP Community Action Council. They were awarded $30,000. Folks at the Sunshine Volunteer Fire Department cut the ribbon at its new location yesterday. The new facility cost more than $2 million. Funding officials say was not easy to come by. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman says funding a project like this will benefit the future of Harlan County.
Yeah, when you get a new facility like this, it brings a little bit more excitement and life to the profession. And so, you know, we all hope that some young people who are paying attention think, well, maybe I want to work there one day.
The Sunshine Chief and Assistant Chief say they look forward to continue doing what they love in the new building and hope to inspire young people to come join them. Yesterday, the Lieutenant Governor also went underground in Harlan County. She visited Portal 31 and learned more about the history of coal mining in the area. She said it was one of the most unique experiences she's had during her time as Lieutenant Governor. Portal 31 in Lynch offers visitors the unique experience of touring an actual coal mine by rail car with animated exhibits. Mystic Dan's photo finishing win of the 150th Kentucky Derby will be written in the history books. For one Central Kentucky man, that win means a lot more, and now it's written on his arm. Phil Pendleton and photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw introduce us to the horse's handler and his permanent memory.
It lives on his forearm forever.
I told myself, if Dan wins the Kentucky Derby, I got to get that ink because he's a Derby winner.
Aaron Kennedy took care of Mystic Dan at Keeneland. He made sure he ate all his meals and was his hot walker. Kennedy says they became close in those 5 months.
No, it's not that long, but like I said, it's the pinnacle, man. We've reached the pinnacle.
Thank you, Kurt. Once again, hit 50, gentlemen.
The 60-year-old also became close to this horse at the 2016 Keeneland September yearling sale. Here he is handling a horse called Justify, and he would later win the Triple Crown. There's ink for him and another Kentucky Derby champ that he took care of called Always Dreaming.
Any of the Oaks or Derby horses that I come in contact with, what I told myself, I'm going to get the tattoo.
But for Kennedy, Mystic Dan was different.
This is the closest that I've been to a Derby winner as far as getting to work with him and hands-on.
45 years in the horse business, and now he works with champs at Magdalena Farm in Lexington. It's owned by Oaks and Derby winning trainer Kenny McPeak. Kennedy says these thoroughbreds are like family.
These horses are like your kids, man. When you spend maybe 10 or 12 hours a day with these animals and you get attached to them, Like, it's hard.
But it's overruled by passion.
Working with young kids and horses is my purpose, and I put a lot into it, and I take a lot of pride.
So now Mystic Dan's famous ride will be written down in history in more ways than one.
It's sketched in history now. And just like it's on my arm, it's in history to be there to the day they put me in the ground.
Both horse and the horse lover approve. In Lexington with photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Kennedy says his next horse tattoo will be of 2020 Derby champ Authentic. The Kentucky Special Olympics Summer Games is coming up in less than a month, and they say volunteers are needed. The Summer Games will take place May 31st through June 2nd at Eastern Kentucky University. More than 1,000 athletes will compete, but to make this happen, officials say they need more than 700 volunteers. Opportunities from being one-on-one with the athletes to being officials and announcers in the games are available.
Without our volunteers, we just simply wouldn't exist. We are a volunteer-driven organization as far as the events for the athletes. We offer year-round sports. We offer 15 sports throughout the year.
Sign-ups to volunteer can be found inside this story on our website at WYMT.com. Students at Transylvania University are being offered a unique class. The learners just happen to be man's best friend, dogs. The class is in partnership with the Lexington Pit Crew, teaching dogs basic skills and providing research on how to give rescue dogs a second chance. Ellen Furlong, assistant professor of psychology and neuroscience at Transylvania University, teaches this May term class for the dogs and students alike.
The students are working on developing a foster manual for the Lexington Pit Crew that will include a lot of the things that they've learned here so that they can share it with the people who are doing the foster work day to day.
The manual is expected to be finished by the end of the month. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Still to come, this Mother's Day, one mother switched roles and gave a life-saving gift to her daughter.
After a couple of active days regarding severe weather potential and heavy rainfall, we got a couple of disturbances that we have to contend with. Do we kind of continue the theme? We'll let you know. Your First Alert 7-day forecast. That's coming up right after this.